Hello and good afternoon. I'm Danielle Needfelt, President and CEO of HonorBridge. Welcome to all our donor families and thank you for joining our Donor Family Tribute, which is perhaps the most significant and meaningful service we hold. In the midst of your grief, you honored your loved one's decision to save lives and you said yes to donation. This decision changed countless lives, providing hope to the thousands of individuals waiting for life-giving transplants. Additionally, welcome to all our donation partners, including members of HonorBridge's Board of Directors and staff joining us today. Your unwavering dedication and steadfast effort to fulfill our mission and honor our heroic donors and their families is incredibly appreciated. I've worked for HonorBridge in various roles for many years. My own memories of past donor families, their courage, sadness, faith, and their belief in something greater than their circumstances are continuous reminders of humanity's generosity and kindness. These memories, along with your compassion and unselfishness, help guide me in the fulfillment of our mission to save and heal lives. I honor you and your loved one. I'm grateful beyond measure. You and your loved one's merciful decisions for those not known served as a brilliant light in your darkest hour. Today, we remember the lives of those you love, and we recognize their everlasting legacy. This service is for you, to honor, thank, and pay respect to you and your loved ones for the willingness to say yes to donation in the face of great sorrow and loss. You and your loved ones' decisions have given thousands of people, along with their families, friends, and communities, renewed life. It is my sincere hope that today's service will bring you some measure of comfort in your healing journey. Again, thank you for being part of our Donor Family Tribute.
My name is Jeremiah Davis, and I am a Family Resource Specialist with HonorBridge. Thank you for joining us for this year's Donor Family Tribute. Today, we honor you and the many people that you love who have given their lives to save someone else's. Your child, cousin, parent, sibling, partner, grandparent, friend, spouse said yes. You said yes. You and your family had the sacrificial forethought to make an incredibly powerful decision at a time when it felt like the world was caving in around you. And with that decision, you helped transform the lives of others. There is no greater gift than the gift of life. HonorBridge's Family Resource Program is available to answer questions and offer support in many ways following your loved one's donation. We hope you find yourselves surrounded by supportive friends and family. If you find that a support group or grief resources would be beneficial, we are able and willing to research bereavement support services in your local area. If your loved one was an organ donor, we may be able to provide updates to you on the recipient's transplant journey. If you feel that contact with recipients may provide healing or comfort to you, it would be our honor to try to connect you with them. Depending on the type of donation and the gifts your loved one shared, it may be possible to write letters to recipients or have other forms of contact. If your loved one donated tissue, we may have the ability to provide outcome information, including the number of people your loved one helped and in what ways. Through our website, you can view and request more information, and we are always just an email or phone call away. Robert Ingersoll writes in Whispers of Hope, "Immortality is a word that hope through all the ages has been whispering to love. The miracle of thought we cannot understand. The mystery of life and death we cannot comprehend. This chaos called world has never been explained. The golden bridge of life from gloom emerges and on shadow rests. Beyond this, we do not know. Fate is speechless, destiny is dumb, and the secret of the future has never yet been told. We love, we wait, we hope. Character survives, goodness lives. Love is immortal." Our desire is that this service will be a time of reflection upon the beauty of life, a time to remember and pay tribute to those who have changed each and every one of us for the better. We want to leave you with a lasting hope, a hope that tomorrow we can smile at the thought of a pleasant memory. Today, we celebrate the lives and the love that we have been so blessed to share. In today's program, we will highlight our donor family quilts. We will hear from a tissue recipient sharing their story and also observe a moment of silence during the raising of the Donate Life flag. First, we will hear from Felicia, a donor mother who has walked a similar path to your own. Her son, Rayvon, helped save others through organ and tissue donation. Paula, a grateful recipient, was one of those people. Felicia and Paula had the opportunity to meet last year and were gracious enough to share their stories with us today.
Hi, my name is Felicia Jordan. My son Rayvon Jordan was an organ and tissue donor back in 2014. Rayvon was an outgoing kid, very outspoken, very adamant about anything he believed in.
I'm Paula Yazuka. I am married almost 19 years next month to my wonderful Nigerian husband. And I am a recipient of Rayvon's right kidney.
You know, as a little kid, Rayvon was me. He acted just like me. He was kind of the big brother. He was the leader. He led his brothers. If something went on in the house, I knew who to come to first.
I've always been a child who was a leader and always had what I wanted to be and how I was going to go about doing that. He
very mature. You know, even at a young age, he was mature.
And at 18, actually I was 17, about to turn 18, and I was accepted into Northeastern University. I went away to college. My parents dropped me off. Never knew I was sick or anything like that.
Rayvon was just, oh my gosh, he had many friends. So many people knew him because, like I said, he was a leader. He was an advocate.
I began to get sick and found out I had diabetes, high blood pressure.
He spoke about things that if he believed in it, you were gonna know that he believed in it. And everybody around you was gonna know that that's what he believed in. And I love that about him.
So life went on and I continued to go after my college degree. It took me some years because, again, with diabetes and hypertension, and as a young person, you don't really take things very seriously.
The day that I found out, well, the day that he was shot, I got the call, and it was several different stories about what had happened.
And people started saying I look different. It was short after that I ended up in the hospital, and they put the dialysis one where they put it through your heart and it's up in your neck and everything like that. I had lost a lot of weight. I had turned like 3 shades darker. Just didn't have the energy, because by the time you do dialysis one day, it takes you 3 days to get energy to get started. Then it's time to go back and do dialysis again.
You know, when you hear your son, your kid got shot, you don't care if it was in the foot, the hand, the finger, whatever. You're gonna make your way there.
That I found out that I was in kidney failure, and I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know if that meant I was gonna die immediately. You know, what was that process? It was just a shock.
So when I got there, walking into the hospital, it seemed like I was in a movie. I could hear people in the distance of me saying, that's her, you know, but they were saying that's Rayvon's mom, because a lot of his friends were there. So it took me a long time to get to exactly where he was at in the hospital.
Oftentimes, transplant patients, we get phone calls all the time. This might be it. You know, they call you 10, 11, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning and say, okay, you are number what on the list. Don't eat anything now. Don't eat until we call you back. You may go to bed still waiting for them to call you back. And so for me, I had several calls, and calls that were really hard.
When I got there, I walked in and I looked at him and I couldn't believe it. I said, "That's not my baby." The nurse said, "Yes, ma'am, that's your child's." So, you know, I walked in and I just, it was hurting, you know, hurtful for me. But I said what I needed to say with him, and, you know, and then, you know, I talked to a doctor and I just told him, like, after they pronounced him, I just said, you know, I need to do something. You know, I need to stand for something for him. I know what he stood for, and I know that he wanted to save lives.
Dialysis kind of took over our life, and I had gotten several calls, this might be the one. And so we would get so excited, and it would make me so distraught, like, okay, Paula, you didn't get picked this time. You know, and so it's for a transplant patient to go through that over and over and over again. By the time you get the call, you're like, I don't know.
I decided to say yes to donating because Rayvon, his thing was to save lives. He went to the city council 46 days before he was shot and killed, and he spoke out about saving lives amongst his peers in our city. So I felt like, what better way to start my part of his journey than to literally save lives. And so that was my decision, to donate.
And about 2 o'clock in the morning, I got the call, and they said to me, "You have the kidney." I'm like, "Are you serious? I was number 8. What happened to everybody else?" And it was a life-changing moment for me and my husband, because this thing had took over our entire life. Boxes and just not feeling well. My husband couldn't live his own life because his life became my life of trying to take care of me. And that's part of the kidney recipient end of it. It involves your family, whether you like it or you don't like it. Everybody's gonna make a sacrifice.
He would say, "Mom, I'm proud of you." You know, yeah, he would. I just feel like he came to me and said, "Mom, you gotta carry this torch. You gotta save people's lives. You gotta carry this torch for me. And start by doing it this way."
So since the transplant, our life is so much better now. You know, it's still not easy peasy with all the side effects of medications and immunosuppressant, but it's nowhere near what, you know, we went through prior to that. So I'm so grateful. We are so grateful. My entire family is so grateful. Yeah.
A few years after he passed, I felt, to be honest with you, I immediately, right after he passed, I wanted to know where his organs went after I decided to donate. But I had to get myself together, and I had to get to a place where I was ready.
After the kidney transplant, I immediately asked, well, actually, I kept thanking everybody, including the surgeon. I thanked him so much, he just snapped at me and was like, "Stop saying thank you." And I had asked to speak to the donor family, like, please, you know, I have to. I can't, you don't know what I've been through to get to this point. I have to, and for someone to tell me to write it down on a piece of paper was so, I don't know, like, it felt so detached.
After speaking with the detectives and trying to find out certain information or get some type of closure to his murder, I felt like I would find comfort a lot of comfort, more comfort in finding the recipients of his organs and tissue.
And oftentimes as a transplant patient, you think like, what if they don't like me? You know, what if they regret giving it to someone like me? What if they think I don't deserve it? The emotional process of just being rejected already for the different kidneys and then turn around and the possibility of being rejected again is there. It's scary. It's very scary.
So there were 6 organ recipients, and from the 6, I've met 3. I've met the heart recipient, the right kidney recipient, and I've emailed with the left kidney recipient. So we were already emailing and writing each other, but Honor Bridge united us in person. I believe it was last year. I was able to meet the right kidney recipient, and it just, my whole family, well, not my whole family, but a lot of my family came, and it was just, oh my God, it was an awesome day.
When I met that family, I'm telling you, I haven't stopped talking about them since. I told her, and I'm not lying, it felt like we were blood related. Like, where's grandma? Where's our aunties? You know, it felt so real. And she just made that opportunity, like immediately after that, I signed up to be a donor myself. And I'm like, whatever you can use, whatever they can take to use for somebody else, please take it.
You know, he may have been silenced by violence, but his heart beats loud. You know, his recipients, his left kidney recipient, his right kidney recipient, they speak for him. You know, they're loud. So I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I love it. You know, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change it. If I had the chance to do it again, I would do it again. I definitely would.
So what has it been like for you and your family since you were able to meet some of the recipients?
Man, we're overwhelmed. We're overjoyed. We feel like we've had a new person born into the family.
Wow.
You're a part of our family.
Thank you.
And we love you. We really do.
Wow.
We talk about you guys all the time, and they know that I'm happy, you know, and if I'm happy, they're happy.
Oh, okay.
So it's a big deal. You're a big deal.
What was it like for your sons that day that we all met?
Okay, so my 2 sons, they have different personalities. The oldest one he was happy. He was happy. The middle one, I don't remember when he came in, he kind of was like sit back-ish a little bit. He's the one that was really angry. He was angry for a long time, but like I said, when he came in, he met you, he felt something. He felt it, because after that day, he's been really like, Mom, have you talked to that lady? I'm like, that lady has a name. You know, and so he's come around a lot. A lot. And you know, I think he feels the same thing that I feel. Like, you know, people, you know, my son, yes, he's passed, but he still lives.
Right.
He lives, you know. If anything out your body, if your heart is still beating, you're alive.
Right.
You know, so your kidneys pumping, you're still alive. And that's enough for me.
Wow.
And I'm sure it's enough for them, because we're really at peace.
I think he was the one that stayed around and talked with my husband a little while.
Yep.
And my husband kept talking about him.
That's him. Because, you know, he had to get a feel.
Mm.
But he's okay.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, we're good.
So I appreciate you all so much. And I hope you know how much we care about you all. You know, I can't buy, I bought you flowers and things like that and send them, you know, surprise and things like that. But it will never really take the value of the decision that you made that day.
Well,
So I appreciate
you.
you.
And I appreciate you so much for taking care of it. You know?
I'm trying my best.
And I don't regret anything. I don't regret. Like I said, if I had to do it all over again, I would.
Oh,
And
God
I'm
bless
glad
you.
you got his kidney.
God bless you so
Thank
much
you.
for giving me my life back. Thank you so much.
You have been invited to personalize a piece of fabric to commemorate your loved one, which will be included in one of our donor family quilts. These beautiful quilts are displayed in Honor Bridge offices as well as in hospitals all across North Carolina. This is one of many ways that we pay tribute to your loved one and the sacrifice that they and you made. If you have not done so already, please consider creating a quilt square to honor your loved one. Instructions on how to create a quilt square were included in the information booklet that you received and are also available on our Honor Bridge website. Now, I'd like to present our two newest quilts, which include squares that many of you sent to us last year. Thank you for allowing us to memorialize your loved one in this way. Following the two newest quilts, you'll see several donor quilts from previous years.
I'm Tabitha Klein Mills, and I'm a tissue recipient. Because of a donor, I get to be an active and engaged mother to my 3 daughters, aged 8, 10, and 14. On February 15th, 2020, I severed both my ACL and MCL while bracing a fall skiing with my family. When the doctor told me that I would receive a tissue graft from another human being, I wasn't extremely shocked at the idea of that, being that I work professionally as a funeral director and embalmer. Part of my job requires me to prepare donors for their final rites. So I would say that while it wasn't foreign to me, it did give me a very different perspective in my professional work from the experience of being now the benefactor of a donor instead of someone that works professionally with those families. So I had the surgery June 8th of 2020, and following that time there was about 6 months where I received physical therapy. The first 3 months I would go about twice a week, and then the second 3 months was once a week. I didn't really experience full recovery till about the 1-year mark, so during that time I couldn't do the things I was used to doing with my kiddos. I really missed out on the bike rides, the camping, canoeing, and ice skating, all which are a little bit more difficult without a fully functioning knee. So that process was very long. I would say that it was every bit mentally challenging as it was physically. As a person that defines themselves as an active individual, you tend to get lost in your thoughts when you can't spend those times doing active things, and you tend to focus on more what you lost. Well, you know, lost time with children, you might have lost your basic mobility. Everything is just simply harder when you don't have that knee functioning. But because of a donor family, I got all of those things back. And I actually gained a lot of gratitude from the situation. Whereas I used to wake up and put the feet on the floor and expect to move a certain way, after you injure your knee, you find out that that's going to be a little different for a while. So my gratitude was definitely enhanced due to this experience. Additionally, on the professional side, I did gain a greater newfound perspective on life. I had always viewed donors through the lens of death in my profession, but suddenly I saw life, and that was a gift. Writing a letter to the donor family was a very emotional experience, and I hope that they found a sense of peace and comfort from reading that, because oftentimes I think people might forget tissue donors. People do tend to, you know, thank the organ donors, and certainly that is a profound gift, so I'm not minimizing that at all. But what I would say is that tissue donors have a very, very important part of this process too. So I hope that for families out there that choose to say yes and donate life through the tissue donation or eye donation, that those gifts are every bit as impactful to the people and their families, because, you know, this gift was not just for me, it's for my kiddos, because, you know, someday my own life will come to a close, and because of a tissue donor, we get to make memories together. So today I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you, donor families. Thank you for the gift of healing. Thank you for the gift of hope. Thank you for the gift of gratitude. Thank you for the gift of a new perspective. And thank you for the gift of life. Where there is love, there is life, and I will be forever grateful.
Today and every day, we honor you and your loved ones for saying yes to donation. Your generosity and willingness to help others through donation will always be a precious gift. We realize that despite all efforts, it may not always be possible for transplantation to occur. Yet there can be no success in saving and healing lives without people like you who open their hearts to offer the gift of life. The Donate Life flag honors those who have given the gift of life through organ, tissue, and eye donation. It also celebrates renewed life of all who have received a life-saving transplant and remembers those people who continue to wait. Please join me now in a moment of silence as we raise the Donate Life flag.
Thank you for joining us for the 2022 Donor Family Tribute. A video of this program will be available for you on our website and other social media platforms so that you may share it with family and friends. Kimberly Reinhart wrote, "We can be left with nothing greater than gentle memories of one who has touched many lives in many ways. When we gather happy memories and hold them close to our hearts, the gentle spirit of peace will touch us. And as we go on celebrating the time we had together, we'll find the treasure of remembering and the comfort of believing that each life is indeed a gift to be held in our hearts forever. Allow the light of your loved one to bring a measure of comfort as we part ways. Know that there is hope, because together, you and your loved one chose to be the light, even when faced with darkness." I now present this year's Donor Tribute slideshow.